Okay. Let us start the class. In today's class, I'm going to explain a project which is created in Python. Okay. One app is created, that is marriage registration application. Okay. It is created in Python. Okay. As I told you that all these classes they are being conducted under my Lakshmi Narayan Krishna Foundation. Thrice of a week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, sharply at 8 p.m. in Zoom and WhatsApp group also. Okay, these classes, I hope that these classes will be useful to rural students who are residing in the rural areas and away from network centers. So, if they are not afford to pay expensive fees, these classes will be so useful to you. Okay. So for this, the code, whatever the code written in Python, if I run this code, this much of code written for the application, that is called your marriage registration form. Okay. So if I run the code, run different projects. So this is the different code written. So if I run this code, that will be executed. The code will be executed, and then after the main login form that will be come. Okay, the main login form, that is the main. Once code is executed, the main login form will be opened. Then you need to submit the credentials. Credentials are what? Username, password. Username, password. This is the login form. So once login form opened, whenever you need to give credentials like username here. Username is admin, and password, whatever the password I will type here, the password will not be visible to you. You will see only asterisk. Asterisk no stars. Okay. This is the login form, and this is what? Slideshow. Within this slideshow, you can keep a number of images and they will be rotated one by one. They're called like under the label of wedding moments. Under the wedding moments, you can keep so many images and they will be rotated by one. Okay, this is called slideshow. This is the username is a label. This is the text box. Within this admin, this is one more label. Label name is password. This label name is username. This is the text box. Whatever the text you will type, that will be taken. This is the button. Button name is login. Okay, for this button, login application, login function that is linked with this button. So button name is login. Whenever we click on this button, that application, that is that function, login function, otherwise login window function will be executed. And then next, login successful. That is the pop-up message box. That is the message box. This is the second form. Within this second form, the application name is marriage application registration 1.0, version 1.0. Version 1.0 means what you know. So then after, if any adds, any code adding, if I want to improve the code, if I want to improve the features, if any bugs are there, errors, if they have been fixed, so that will be done in the version 1.1, version 1. Next version like what. So this application, marriage registration application, what is the role of this? Inside of this also slideshow is going on. So same images, whatever we have kept in this code, this is the code written for the total. This total code written for from here to the total code. This is the code written for marriage registration application. Okay, this much of code written. This much of code within this here, see, these are the images. Images, JPG, images one, image 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 images, they have been kept inside of the slideshow. Okay, so they will be shown inside of this frame. Inside of this frame, all these images will be shown one by one under slideshow. Okay, this is the search by. Search by means this is the actually this is the list box. List box has the fields. These are the fields by particular field. Suppose subcast. Subcast you have selected in the list box. Subcast, and then once you have raise a query like Puja Shakha. Subcast is what? So many subcasts. In Yadava, so many subcasts is there. Puja is there, Punadi, Ala Shakha, Yerra Shakha, Pakanadi, Karna, so many are there. If any subcast Puja search, so how many Puja if you, how many Puja Shakha? There are 2 records in the Puja Shakha. How many Puja Shakha? There are 2 records in the Puja, 2 records are there. So out of the total record, 2 records are there. So it is called search by subcast. So if you want to search by salary, suppose salary 10 lakhs. 10 lakhs. Okay, search. Any one record is there. Salary 10 lakhs. Salary 10 lakhs. Okay, so like that. So by specific query on the basis of any gender based, district based, if district, Krishna district, if anybody is there in Krishna, so you search Krishna district, Krishna under the district Krishna district, okay? Krishna district, one record is there. So like that you can do search. So this is called a list box, this is text box. Total, this is called combo box. Combo box, for this combo box searching, search by, this is the name. And once you click on this is the button. This button name is search. So this button is attached with a function, that is search function. And one more search box. All are list boxes. Under this, you can select male or female. Female. This is one more list box from Krishna district. How many female profiles are there who are studying in CSC? So multiple conditions applied here. Multiple means female candidates means bring the data from the data, fetch the data from the database who are female profiles from Krishna district who are studying in CSC. Means 2 conditions. Krishna and CSC. If these 2 conditions end, here end operator, Krishna and CSC means female candidates from Krishna district and who are studying CSC. So click on this. No record, no results found. Why? Because in our database, I have not filled. If you click on this view profile, under the female category gender, only one female category I have kept the data, because I have not, only 4 records I have loaded test purpose. If I have filled the total data, thousands of records, that moment if I want to find the data from I want to make queries over the data to get the required data. So only one female profile who is from Kadapa district and who is studying CSC. If I have kept this query, see, female from Kadapa who is studying CSC, surely we will get the record. We are getting the record Kadapa one female candidate who is from Kadapa district and studying CSC and studying. So two conditions are satisfying here. Female profiles who are from district Kadapa and studying CSC, they will be shown. The data will be fetched. Okay, two conditions. That is called what? Two conditions. Here, only any field if you select subcast puja. Only one condition. Subcast puja. One here two conditions are there. So these are called search boxes. Every search box has a button. So once you have applied all the conditions, and then you need to click on that button search, and that button will be connected with a function, search function. Okay. So I will show all that. So for this two, let us see how the code was written. For this slide show, what was the code written? For this label, marriage registration application. Okay, how the total backward, this is called the name of this registration application, version 1.0, the label name, how, so the name kept. Okay, and within the frame, how the labels are created. These are labels: name, phone, father, job, salary, remarks, DOB, date of birth, district, mother, location, subcaste, gender, height, education, gotram. And these are all labels. These are all text boxes to feed the data. Name, if you have, keep a name, Raja. Okay. So once you submit, when you click on submit, once you have typed the data, Raja, date of birth 12 August 99. Suppose gender, select male, phone number, somewhat number. Okay. District from Prakasham, suppose. Then height 5 feet 6 inch. Okay. Father name Ram Babu. Like that. Ram Babu. Mother Jhansi. Mother Jhansi. Education B Tech. Okay. Job 10 lakhs per year. Okay. Location. Suppose location. Job location. Hyderabad. Hyderabad. You have mentioned Hyderabad. Salary. Job. Company. Accenture. Okay. Software. Comma. Accenture. Company. Accenture. Okay. Salary 10 lakhs. Subcaste Puja. Okay. Gotram. Kanandala Gotram. Kanandala. Kanandala Gotram. Remarks. If you want to write non-smoker, non-drinker, like that. Any comments you want to write here. Remarks. Then after upload photo. Once you want to, for this data, first of all, you need to submit this data. Once you click on this button, the total record will be data saved. This is called message box. One message box will pop up whenever you have submitted one record, total data. Whenever you click on the submit button, this button will be connected with a function, submit function, and you will get a pop-up box, message box. That message box will inform you that your data is saved, data saved successfully. Okay. Now that record, if you want to see, you need to click on view profile. See, that is the latest record we have submitted here. Now, this is the total last record. Okay. Raja, father name is Ramba Prakasham. This is the last record. Photo we have not submitted. So previous records, we have submitted the photos. Understood that? So that is the coding Once you have submitted all the data, once you have click on the submit button, your data will be stored in database. This is the database. This is the data. Data will be stored in the form of rows and columns. Columns are vertical lines. Rows are horizontal lines. Rows are horizontal lines. These are the columns. Columns are vertical lines. So this is called one table. So one database has so many tables. Database may have so many tables. If there is only one table, still it is called a database. So many tables are there. See what happened. Let us see. So here the code for this form, how the code is created. That is very important to understand the code. These are all buttons. Submit button, view profile, update button, search, delete. Once you have click on this, please enter the ID. Once you have entered the ID number and delete, the record will be deleted. Update by ID. Once you have within this, if you want to delete any this ID, this 40 record, if you want to delete, you 40 within this record 40, if you want to delete, you click on this delete. Okay, delete by ID 40. Click on this delete button. Record pop-up box. This is message box. On message box pop-up. It is indicating the record deleted successfully. Okay. Record deleted successfully. Okay. Once you click on this, you will not be able to see that. Okay, that record is deleted. Okay. So if you want to update by ID, take that ID number, any ID number if you want to update. See, update now. If you want to update this 40 ID, 40 record, you want to change the name and mobile number, you click on this 40. You come here, update ID 40. Okay, new name. If you want to keep total name as KKKKJJJJ, is whatever the date of birth, 10. Okay, you want to write like this 01 January 01 2000. Okay, 0101 2000. This is the date of birth there. New phone number. If you want to give all the phone number like this and update, you click on update. You will get the pop-up box. This is the message box. One message box will be pop-up and it will indicate that record updated successfully. Click on. You see what is that record is updated. Where is that record is updated? Updated record. Are you getting or not? So this is the latest mobile number 777. Where is that? 7777. Record is updated or not? So you close all these windows, then we can check back that. Okay, come here. View profiles. We want to update this record, 41 record. Come here. Update by ID 41. New name. So new name is what we keep somewhat T. New age. Age means as per this, I need to change this as DOB. The frame name that will be changed. I will change this as because often I want to DOB date of birth. So this new age to be changed as date of birth. Okay, date of birth here. This frame label, this label name will be changed as DOB. Okay, here suppose 01 2000. 01/01/2000, date of birth. Okay, new phone. If you have written 777, now update. Okay, update record updated successfully. We need to go into here, check any record updated. No, any record is updated. So code to be changed, code to be properly, we need to write the code. It means that code written for this update function here. See, whatever the code written for that update function under the main application, this is the main application. Under this, if any update code, upload photo, update function created, we need to check back that update function. Okay, edit profile function is there, change underscore image function, delete underscore row function. This is the function. Okay, def keyword. So it is a function. View profiles. This is the function. This function is linked with this button, view profiles button. Whenever we click on this view profiles button, this function, def means function keyword, and this is the name of that function. These brackets or parentheses, they are indicating that this is the function, colon. This is the syntax to write to define the function name, and then brackets mean parentheses, colon, def keyword. This is the function defined. And then inside of that function, whatever the statements, every line is a statement. Okay, how many statements we have written? 4 lines. And then within this function, one more function kept, show underscore full underscore image. So see, view profile. This profile function, view profile, is connected with button. Which button? That button is called button created where, that is what, this is view profile. That button, let us see. Button is created, I will show under the button category. Okay, these are button categories. Button started tk.button. Button name edit. Where is that edit? This is the edit. Edit update search. Okay, here we will get one edit and delete button. Whenever we click on edit, so this record will be shown under one card. So there I can upload the photo that is to be improved. Code to be improved. Edit button, delete button. This is the delete button. Delete button created, but they are not showing in the code. Under here, under the inside of this view profile, one edit button and delete button, they must be shown along with every record. So that if I want to delete that particular record, whenever these, they need to be shown here. Okay, understood that? Okay. Code written, but that is not executed. For this button, for this edit button, they have written inside of the function. Which function it is? They both have written inside of this function, on underscore configure event function. Okay. Next, for view profiles, so many button. I will show rest of the buttons. This is the submit function. Submit function name is submit, brackets, compulsory, colon, def keyword. So function def submit function created. Inside of the submit function, these are the statement. This statement have been written. Okay, this submit function is linked with this submit button. That submit function is connected with this submit button. Whenever you submit the data, once you have entered all the data in these text boxes, and whenever you click on submit button, that will be stored in your database. Under this, last record will be added here. Okay. Now code. This is the submit function, which is connected with submit button. Button, I will show all the buttons at the this is message box, which will be shown. Name and phone are required. Name and phone, this is part of your validation. Here the message box shows name and phone number required. Why? This is called the validation part. Under your code on the box, under your form, if you have not mentioned any name, phone, other data, if you have written like father name Rama and mother name is Sita, and date of birth also you have mentioned 12 August 98. Gender you have selected male, but education you have selected B Tech. Okay. Height you have written 5 feet 6 inches. Everything you have mentioned the data. Job software developer. Okay, software developer. Software developer. Location Hyderabad. Okay. And salary 10 lakhs per annum. Subcaste Ala Sekha. Gotram. Gotlu Gotram. Gotlu Gotram. Remarks. Non-drinker. Non-vegetarian. Like what? Non-veg. Now, once you want to submit, the data will not be uploaded to your database. The data will not be uploaded to here. Why? Because you have not mentioned the name, phone. These fields must be filled up. So that is called validation. Once you submit, you will get a message box. It will indicate that this message, name and phone are required, because that is called a validation. So now once you click on submit button, name and phone are required compulsory. Your data not stored means until this is called validation code, validation part. So we have written here, this is the message box. Show warning. Message box, one message box pop up. If condition, if not name or not phone, means or operator we have used here. So any one condition is not satisfied, means once you have written phone number, but you have not mentioned name. Once you want to submit, it will ask for name and phone are required. If you have mentioned name Rama, but you have not given the phone number, once you want to submit. So R condition used here, R means any one field you have typed. So other field you have not typed, you have not. So it will pop up, message box will pop up and give a message, name and phone number, phone are required. Okay. Next. Next, see buttons. We need to see that buttons, but every button I have written all that buttons at here, from here, tk dot button, edit, delete. These buttons will be shown at the in this table. At the end of every row, one edit and delete button needs to be shown. So if they are not showing, so we need to improve the code. Okay. And see, next what? So many buttons. I told you that submit button, at the end of that buttons, they have been created. This is the main form. From here, your application name, marriage app under hyphen registration version 1.0. So we are seeing here marriage registration application version 1.0. That is the title of your application registration marriage application. That main window will be called root. Under the main window state zoomed means if it is zoomed means as opened it is full, it covers the full screen zoomed. Okay, and then color, the color is, this is the color, this color of this background color is called code color, width, height, pixels. Okay, so that label is created. What is this label? This label title is marriage registration application, and then over that under beneath of this label is called that label. How the label it is designed, that label is part of your root means main window text, that is the symbol name registration application form version 1.0. Okay, text on that label, this text will be displayed font Arial. Okay, and bold, it is bold, background color foreground color, like that. Okay, next that label place, this label that is part of your main window, place where it is placed. Okay, the placement, the play, this is the placement is what? Center, top, center, top. The code, x-axis, y-axis, center. The code, this is the code written for that. Next, this is the label, frame. What is the frame here? See, frame, this is the frame, total frame. The frame which is having all that labels, buttons. Okay, and under this frame, background color is light blue, code written light green. Where is that light green? Light green. Code light green. Okay, light, this is light blue. You change this as light blue. Okay, light blue. Now run this code. Run this. Click on here. Give the password and come to the password. This is the password. Click on one pop-up message box. Login successful. This is light blue. Now it is okay. Light blue. If I want to change this as light green, whether it is light green. Okay. Now run this code. So close this one. You will see password admin. So light, we need to change this background as light green. The code is 7. We need to go for this code. This is the code. Okay. The code which is to be run. if I change the code, whatever the code, if I change, accordingly, this main form to be changed. Okay. Now come. So main window, how the main window created. This is the main window name. Once it is opened, it will cover maximized. This is the background color. What is the background color of main window? White color. Okay. And width, height. This is the label. Okay. Which label? This label. Name. The text. Font. Background. Foreground colors. Placement. Center. Okay. Next, frame. What is that frame? This is the frame. Frame. And frame over labels, buttons. So frame, part of your TK. TK is what? Main window. Root. Your root is called, TK is called root. Okay. Because here root kept here means your main window is called root. Root is called TK. So frame is part of your main window. Main window will be called as TK shortly. So frame, background color, light, green, blue, whatever, and width, height, placement. How to, it looks like where, in which place, center, right side, left, left center, right center, top, center bottom, like that. So next, search underscore frame one, first frame, search frame. Okay, where is that search underscore frame one? Okay, this is search first frame, search frame. This is the second frame, search frame, code, search underscore frame one. Okay, this label, this is the label of, this is the label. Okay, over that name is search by. And set, this is the name of that search frame one text. What is the text which will be displayed on the label? Okay. This is the center, means placement of that frame, center. Search by. Okay. Next to search box, that is combo box. Name, gender, district, education. Okay. Where this is the combo box. This is the label. Label name is search by. Label. Label. Where is that label? This is the label. Label. Label name is called search by. Okay. For frame one, within that frame one combo box is there. The combo box, so many values: name, gender, district, education. You will get all the values: name, gender, district, education. Okay. So next, search by is the name of that label. Within that combo box is there. Combo box is part of your TTK. TTK is what? You have imported this TTK from Tkinter. Okay, next. How its place, row 0, column 1. Row 0 means, I told you that everywhere this is the row 01. Next row 02, 03 row, 04 row, 05, 06 row, 07 row, 08 row. Father is in which row? If this label father from 0, this is 0, under 0 row, next 0 to 1, 0 2, 0 3. So father like that 0 1, 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, like that. So if you see label father, father, label. He is in row 2. Father is in row, label father, row 2. See, from here, don't count from here. This is this area for search by these two boxes. From here, this is 0, 1, 2. This is name label is kept under row 0. Phone is kept under row 1. Father is kept under row 2. So code written father row 2. Starting is what? Name. It is under 0, row 0. Name row 0. Next row, date of birth. It is also in row 0 because here name, date of birth, gender. These three labels are in row 0. Phone, district, height. These three are in row 1. Father, mother, education. They are kept in row 2. Like that. So if row 0, under row 0, name, date of birth, gender, these three under this select. Okay, means male, female. Okay, drop down box. Father, he is in 0, 1, 2, row 3. Row 0, 1, 2, row 2. So father is under row, name under row 0, date of birth, same, gender. Okay, row 0, gender, select box. That this is the drop down. Okay, gender is what? This is gender. Okay, gender box, gender label. It is also in row. Next, phone in row 1. Phone row 1. District also in row 1. Next, height also in row 1. So phone, district, height. Phone, district, height. They are kept in row 1. Father, mother, education. Row 2. Okay. Father, mother, education. They are kept under row 2, column 5. Why column 5? Columns. How the columns? The 0 column, 1 column, vertical lines, 2 column, 3 columns, 4 column. This is called grid layout. Grid layout. Okay. Next. So buttons, finally, once all labels are created, label over the text is what go from grid label, grid layout, under row, column. Okay, like that. Now from here, all that buttons. One button is called here upload photo button. Upload photo for this button. Once this is the button, text upload photo. Once we click on, this function will be executed. Upload photo function. I have shown starting. Next, label gender. Okay. Within that you will get values, male, female, and other. Gender box. This is the gender search box, male, female, other. Okay. Two conditions we need to apply here. This is what? District and CSA. Gender, female. Female profiles who are from Krishna district and studying CSA. Two conditions and operator. Here only we are using, okay, one condition, gender only, puja. Only gender, puja. Gender, they are only gender, sorry, subcaste. Subcaste only puja. One condition we are applying here. Fetch the data of puja Shakha. Okay, search. So now come to the buttons, all that buttons. So let us see button, search button. This is the button. Button is part of your TK means tkinter, main window. Main window. Because TK main window, it is called root. TK shortly called for tkinter. Tkinter is part of your root. Main window. Okay. So let us see. This is the code written for login window. Login window is what? See, this is the main window. So login window means this is the login window. This is the login window. Once you need to provide here at username, password, admin 1234. Login. Okay. So code written for login window. Login window is a variable created. tk.tk. tk tkinter shortly called as tk. Tkinter is a library which will be used to create the GUI applications, and that has an object created. Object has a method, tk method. Okay. So like that, this is the main. Inside of this, these are the 4 images I have kept, which are showing as under your slideshow. 4 images. That's why I have kept only image 1, JPG 2, image 2, image 3, image 4. So 4 images. If I want to increase the images, I need to add the images here. Okay. So they will be rotated, slideshow, under slideshow rotated one by one. They will be shown. Okay. This heading moments. This is the text which will be displayed on the login window. This code is part of your login window. Wedding moments. Okay. Next slideshow. Slideshow underscore label. Code written for to start the slideshow. This is the code written for. If this code is not, so your slideshow will not be shown. If you kept this code under comment, okay. So your slideshow, okay. Run this code. You will not get your slideshow is showing. Okay. Okay. What happened here? Start slideshow. Start slideshow. Start underscore slide. Okay. Admin password 1234. Invalid username because admin, we have not written the username properly. Admin password. So like this, okay. So code, we need to write like that, so much of code for to create the labels, frame, labels. These are labels on frame. This is total blue box is called frame. Over that frame, these are the labels. These two search boxes, they are kept separately on the main form. This is the one, this search slideshow. This slideshow which is running, okay, with the images, it is part of a frame. Okay. The function written for to login. Once, whenever we click on the login button, this function will be executed. Okay, this is the last code, main loop, to run the total login window. It will be used to execute the login window. Understood that? Where understood? Every code, all the text boxes, list boxes, under the buttons. Okay, so many buttons we have created. Up to here, the total code is under main form. Labels created, delete by ID label, delete by ID remarks, new phone number label. Okay, so from here to top, that is the see, so many buttons I have created. Search button, delete button, view profiles, update button. You can watch all these. Search, submit button, view profile, update button, search button, delete button. You can view profile, update, delete. These are all buttons. TK dot button. I mean, button is part of your TK, means your Tkinter, which a library which will be used to create GUI applications. Understood? These are the buttons. Buttons, they have been kept one by one. Search button, delete button, view profiles button, update, all that. But labels, all the labels created. Update ID, new name, these labels. Okay. So update ID label, new name label, new age, new phone. So update ID, new name. So this code written for entry. Within this label, if you want to enter anything, this line must be compulsory to enter any text. New name label. Within this label, if you want to enter the text, this code, line of code is compulsory. For this update ID label, if you want to enter anything. So here, update ID, this line of code, very compulsory. This line of code. This line of code is the placement of that update label. Placement row 11. Row 11, update ID. From here, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Some gap is here. Okay. So up to whenever we reach here, this is 11. Row 11. Next, new name, row 12. This is the label. Label, new age. New age, label. Text box, new phone, text box. See, okay, they will part of your main window. The main window will be executed by main loop. All these labels, buttons created. Okay. Next. From here, tk dot root dot tk, root dot. This code written for what? To delete. Once data is entered, then they will be deleted. Okay, from 0 character to last end character. For all text boxes, data will be deleted from every text box once submitted, and all data will be erased. Okay, once you have written name Gandhi, phone number, some phone number, submit. Once record submitted, this data will be deleted. Record data saved successfully, and here data is deleted. But for that, written for every text box, deleted 0 character to end character. Like that, all entry for what? Name, text box, date of birth, phone, where. This is for gender, district, father, mother, all will be deleted. Salary up to remarks. Okay. This code written for under submit function to get the to take the input in name variable, name text box. If you have written the code in name text box, that will be taken by collected by this code get by get function. Okay, but get. So it will take the data entered in this name text box, data entered in the date of birth text box, date of birth text box, data entered that will be taken by this code DOB, date of birth, entry underscore DOB get that will be taken like that for every gender, phone, district, father, mother, for all district, height, father, mother, education. Okay, like that. So yes, all these are what code written. Every line of code will be I will brief from the starting every day. Okay, small piece of meal, small piece of meal. From the starting, if we go for the starting code, this is total import section. Import the library, import tkinter. This is the library of which will be used for GUI applications. This is part of your Python tkinter library, which will be alias tk called as shortly. Message box. Everywhere we will get a message block, message box. Suppose here if you have entered only name, okay, but you have not mentioned phone. Phone is compulsory validation. Once you have submitted one message box, this is the message. Name and phone are required. Message box compulsory. So to pop up that message box, this is compulsory. It is to be imported message box from tkinter. This tkinter GUI library has a message box. Okay, library has some class like message box. Okay, SQLite 3. This is the database for Python database library, which will be used to create the database to run the queries. TTK, that is the advanced TTK is part of your tkinter. If you want to use such type of advanced drop down box, list boxes. This is your list box, combo box, list box and text box. This type of drop down buttons. Okay, this type of drop down buttons. They will be from TTK. Okay, this is the one more library part of your tkinter library. Otherwise, you can simply call it as a module. Module is a single file. So library has so many files. Pill, Python image library, imported from image. Okay, Pill means Python image library. So like that we have imported, which are and function started. One function create choose underscore image. So many functions created. One more load underscore existing underscore image. Okay. So finally, this is the form. This is the second form, main form. Before that, login form. Before that, once you run this total code, so this is the login form. You need to submit credentials, admin 1, 2, 3, 4, password. Okay, then you will get second form. Here you need to enter the data. it is to be modified. I need to write so much of code, so many features I want to include, like what at this end of every line, edit and delete buttons to be every line. They need to be here, and whenever I click on edit, that record will be shown as a card. So within this, if I want to edit and then update button to upload the photo. Okay, then after update, like there's so many features I need to include. Okay, so I hope that this class is very useful to you. So projects, as I told you, that if you want to become a software engineer, once you are studying the coding classes, you are already attending the coding classes, you are studying a lot of theory under so many websites, w3schools.com, uh, that is what Greek Geeks for Geeks. Geeks with Java, tpoint.com, w3schools.com. Under that, if you have studied so much of theory topics, then until if you don't want to write the if you don't want practice yourself, if you don't want to practice yourself, then what happened? Try to understand. Once you have studied all the topics as a theory, and until unless you don't want to create any projects, so the total theory is wastage. Total theory is wastage. Okay. So that once you have studied a lot of stuff as a theory, then try to create the projects. Then once you have created so many projects, you will get a lot of idea. It may be any language, Java, Python, C, C++, front end, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, backend, any Java, any Python, okay, database, SQL, structured query language to create the database, to create the tables, to run so many queries, select, update, insert. Okay, like that. So the theory, whatever you have studied in any object-oriented programming language, C++, Java, Python, class, method, okay, object, methods, class, attributes, and basic pillars of any object-oriented programming language, encapsulation, okay, abstraction, encapsulation, polymorphism, inheritance, basic pillars of any object-oriented programming language. If you want to implement in the projects like this, without practicing any project, without creating any project, your knowledge, theoretical knowledge, what you have studied, that is wastage of. So practice yourself, study the code, practice so many projects, like different projects. One is marriage registration application, one is your stack management for e-commerce, like what Walmart applications, mall, okay, all that website created within that, so many products are being displayed, okay, and selecting that products, keeping them in cart, okay, finally billing, banking applications, student attendance tracking, student performance tracking, okay, student enrollment, student college database. So like there's so many projects you can create, so many projects, depend upon your skill, your imagination. Any language you can use to create the application. It may be desktop applications, it may be mobile applications, it may be enterprise applications, a gaming application, any language, Pygame. For Pygame library, we will use for Pygame library for Python. For Android mobile Kiwi library in Python, Kiwi, Kiva, Kiwi library. So this is the desktop application. Desktop application. Okay. So I hope that this class will be useful to you. As per my promise, I will conduct the classes every Friday, Saturday, Sunday on different languages. It may be Python, Java, C, C++. Okay. HTML, CSS, JavaScript. So many concepts are there. Cloud computing, different concept is there. Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud Computing, GCC platform, Amazon AWS, Amazon Web Services, cloud computing, server configuration, server concept. Okay. Now your data, whenever you click on view profile, this data is in the form of a table. It is stored in my computer. So generally, whenever network structure, client and server structure is there, the data will be stored in servers. The servers are kept somewhere else in their country, wherever. So if it is college database, so created in their college computers, and that college computer database created student database, teachers database, professors database, HOD's database. So like that. So much of database will be created. So all the data will be kept in servers. Servers may be in college campus, local area networking. If the data is stored in local area, I mean, in computers located in campus, local campus, that is called a LAN, local area networking. If that data, we are fetching the data from the metropolitan area network within the city, servers are kept in the city, wherever you are residing, it is called metropolitan area network. If you are fetching the data from wide area network, like internet, okay, from far away countries, so that is called wide area network, internet, like your internet. We are every data we are fetching, that data is stored in the servers of their company. Okay. So like that, I hope that this class will be so useful to you from 8 o'clock, 1 hour. So create the projects, that is very important. Whenever you click on this, one more window will be open within that, whatever the data you have submitted. And over that, if you want to run any queries by such this query, we can run. This is one more query you can do. This list boxes, text boxes to fill your data. Data will be collected and stored as a row and columns in the database. These are the labels. Okay, these are the buttons. This is called frame. This total area is called a frame. Within the frame, so many labels, text boxes, one drop down button. These are all buttons. Upload button, upload photo, submit, view profile, update. For every button, one function is created, and that is linked with this. How it is linked? I want to show the code. Okay. See, wherever that button is created, and within that button, one code written as command. There you need to keep the name of that button, that function, sorry, function. So that function will be called. So whenever button is created, where is that button? Button is created. Okay. Ticket button name delete. So I will show where is that buttons general button is created. Ticket button. See, search button. So search button for search one. This is for search button for what? Frame search underscore frame one. So here this is the search button. For this is search frame. This is the total frame one. Okay, search button. So for this one function is created. That is what command search, which function will be run, search underscore profile function. Whenever we click on the search button, this command, this profile, search underscore profile function will be executed. So that search underscore profile code, that function is written where search underscore profiles. For every button, one function is written there. One function for every button. Whenever we click on that button, one function will be executed. Where is that button? See, this is upload photo button. Okay. Command upload underscore photo. This function will be executed. For this upload photo button, whenever we click on upload photo here, see, once we click on this button upload, so once we click on this upload button, so your photos, you can take any photo. That photo will be this photo. This photo will be uploaded. Okay. So code once upload button, we have clicked on that upload button and upload. Here, whatever the JPEG file loops, so that photo will be uploaded. But this photo to be submitted where? Here, like this. The code is to be modified by me. Here one button, edit and delete button. Whenever you click on edit button, so this total data, raw data will be the total record. One row is called one record. That will be shown in front of you as a card. So there I will update the data, and whenever I click on change button, that photo will be changed. Whatever the photo you will choose. So this button for upload photo command is what? This function will be executed. For this button upload photo, this function will be connected. Where next button, TK button, this is search button, multi-search operation. Frame 2. Frame 2. What is frame 2 here? This is the frame 2. Okay, orange button. Color is orange button. Okay, orange color. We have written orange color. So whenever I click on that button search, multi underscore search function will be executed. This is the button created for submit. Submit button. Color green. Background color green. Foreground white. Submit function will be executed. Okay, next search button. It will be used to connect with search underscore profile function. This is delete button. Delete. This is the delete button. Whenever we click on this delete button, color is red. So color is what? Red color. So which function? Delete profile function will be executed. I will show all that functions. So delete from. So one more button, view profiles. This is the view profile color, blue color. This is the button. So whenever we click on view profile function will be executed. View profiles, blue color. Purple, update. Purple color, update. This is the, okay. So like that, so much of code we need to write. It is a practice. Okay. Login. This is what login button. Login color green. So login function will be executed. Where is the login function? Login function. This is the login function. Function means def keyword kept. Login function. So initially you will get see lot of functions. You will see lot of functions. All that every function. This is one function. Choose underscore image. This is the function created. Choose underscore image function. Load underscore existing image function. Start slideshow function. This function for your slideshow. For this slideshow, one function is created. Function name is start underscore slideshow. By this photos will be changed by this function under frame. Okay, so we can say simply not frame, label. Here label is created. So wherever this images are showing one by one, they are running under a label or frame. Label. Okay, label dot images. They are all part of your label. Next, update function. Okay, update function. Next, open main underscore main window, main form will be opened by this function. Open underscore main application. That is part of your main window, is part of your root, means tk.tk. tk is what your alias short name for your tkinter GUI library of Python. Tkinter is shortly called as tk, and it is assigned to a variable root. So main window is called root in further. So every frame we will write every label part of root. Okay, that is image label. Where is that image label? Images image1.jpg. So this is, keep a nice wedding image. So background, one image that it will be displayed at the background. So that image I have written, but that is to be executed. So background image, that is written, this code for written background image. Background image. So means at the background of this frame, one image will be executed. One image will be admin see, this is the image, okay, which will cover the total screen. Over this, we will be able to see frame. This frame, total frame, that will be displayed on the image. This is the background image. Over this background image, my form, this form means this main frame will be displayed. So code written, we need to check back that. So lot of efforts we need to keep. Okay. Title of your application, marriage app version 1.0. Marriage, this is the marriage app registration 1.0. Okay. Marriage registration root dot title. Main means title means root. Main window title. This is the main window title. This is what label. Upload photo. This is one function. So many functions created. Two photos, upload the photos. Slideshow. To start the slideshow. Okay. To create all the table created with the profile name. name, date of birth, up to the last photo. Last is what? Your photo. Remarks. Remarks is the last column and then photo. Okay. These are the columns: name, date of birth, gender, phone number, district, father, mother, height, education, job, location, salary, subcash, up to here. All are functions. So many functions are written here. Okay. So many buttons created. Change photo. Change photo. Here, that button will display inside of, whenever we click on edit button, this every record will be shown as a card. Their change button is there. So like that, it is to be improved. View profiles. This function will be connected with view profiles. View profiles button. View profiles button. Okay. And next, one more function. Like that, so many functions. Submit function. It is connected with submit button. Whenever we click on submit, submit function will be executed. Whatever the code inside of this, from here to that will be executed. How much of code written under submit application? Submit button. Up to here. Up to here. This much of code written for, whenever we click on submit button, this much of code executed. Code written for what? To take the input from the list text box, get every label, inside of every label, in front of every label text box is there. In front of every label text box is, once you have entered data, that will be get taken by and stored in this variable up to all that labels. So how many labels I have created? Then name, date of birth, gender, phone, district, like up to what? Remarks, Gotram, subcash. For this code written for to erase the data. Once data is stored, that text box is erased from 0 character to end last character. The code written up to here. Here, if validation, name, phone, number, you have not entered, one message will be pop up. Name and phone number compulsory required. This code written for validation of your name and phone number. Next, save to database. Once you enter, that will be stored into the database. Where from this name variable data, name variable, once whenever you have entered data in this text box, all text boxes entered, once you have clicked on the submit button, that will be stored in variables, and from that variables data will be stored in the insert into profile, save to database. So insert means we have studied in SQL. Insert, select, okay, delete, update into every field column. Name, date of birth, gender, phone, district, father, mother, like that. Data will be stored in the database. Parameters, name, date of birth, gender, like this code written to save the data. Every time this will be used to save the data. This is message box. Once you have data is saved, one pop-up box will be message box in front of you, data saved successfully. Up to here the code written over. Now next, search profiles. This is one more function, search underscore profile. Show underscore it is one more function. delete profiles. Whenever you click on this button, delete button, pop-up box, message box comes in front of you. Please enter ID. So whenever you click on that delete button, delete function profile, it is executed inside of this, whatever the code written, record underscore ID, entry underscore delete dot get. Here, whatever the ID number you enter inside of this text box, that will be taken. Delete. Whenever you click on, it requests for please enter ID. So you need to enter. Once ID is entered, that will be taken, collected by this code get. If not record underscore ID, if you have not entered ID number, without enter the ID number, if you click on this button, delete button, this message box appears, pop up. So code written for this message box dot show warning error. Please enter ID. Please enter ID. This message will pop up in front of you. Okay. Check if ID exists. Cursor dot execute from profiles. Cursor dot fetch one. This code written ID not found. If there is no any ID is there, then what happened? If there is, so here, so suppose delete, you have not entered proper ID. That ID is not inside of your profiles here. These are the ID numbers. 42, 41, 38, 32, 11. So if you have entered 50, ID number 50, delete ID 50. There is no any ID number. Once you, whenever you click on it, gives a message ID not found. Code written ID not found. Okay, this is the message box. If not cursor dot fetch one. Suppose if there is no ID number found, if you want to delete this message, delete cursor dot execute, delete from profiles where ID. So this is to save the data. So once your data record is deleted successfully, you will get the message. So this is total. Once deleted from here, it is to be, once it is deleted 50, so record is not there. So whenever any record is deleted, like this is 42, you did 42, once you have typed 42 and delete. So okay, whenever you click on, this will be disappear. Okay, okay, disappear. Code written for this entry delete, 0 character to last character. So like that, for this delete profile, it is a function. For this function, data written for to take the data, collect the data, message box. Okay, if you have not entered proper ID message, please enter the proper ID number. Okay. If select star from profiles. Okay, ID not found. If deleted message, record deleted successfully. After deletion, so characters will be disappeared from 0 character to last character. So this much of code written inside of your delete function profile, update profile. For update profile, where is that? This is the update profile. So whenever we click on update, before this, we need to mention the ID here. If you click I update, it will indicate you please enter proper ID. Once you have entered the ID and whatever the fields you want to update name, age, phone number, they will be changed. And for this code, okay, ID, name, date of birth, update phone. If not found, message, please enter the ID number. They will be stored in database. Update profiles, name, DOB. So say to save the data. So like that, you need to write the total multi-setch. This function is written for this multi-setch operation. These are called multi-setch. Multi fields are there, different many fields, multi-setch. Whatever you select, this is called multi-setch. Multi-setch. Okay, this is the function. For this multi-setch for what? Gender, district, education. Gender, district, see, gender, district, education. Okay. So, okay, now time is 1:30, 9:30 means 1.5 hour from 8 to 9:30. 1.5 hour class is conducted. So, as I promised that these all classes will be conducted until last breath of life or the programming. So, classes started since 2023, January 14. This is the fourth year. Then, under my Lakshmi Narayan Krishna, one more service added, Parichay Vedika, which will be useful to marriage, set up the marriage allowances under my platform, Lakshmi Narayan Krishna Foundation. Then after I started to interact with the parents on every Sunday, 10 a.m. early morning, that moment I found that I wondered that so many marriages they are being rejected by astrology. Then I started to understand the astrology, it may be Vedic and Krishnamurti Padatulu, and started to conduct a free astrology class on every Monday at evening 8 o'clock. Okay, to educate the parents, to educate the bride and groom, so that I can encourage them to come forward for the marriage alliances. Don't live in the misconceptions and misunderstandings. So astrology, that is a divine subject which has been given by the sage Parasar Mahamuni for the Loka Kalyana. Okay, but nowadays, what happened? More or the parents they are believing the astrology. That's why they are being misled by the priests. So we need to go into deep and deep study of analyze the astrology. So many topics are there. So every Monday, one class will be conducted to educate the parents. And then after, if anybody is satisfied my services, it may be coding classes, it may be marriage alliances, it may be astrology. If anybody donate anything, that will be the dry grass will be purchased and donated by on behalf of donors to the Chagicherla Goshala. So every service I am giving to collect the money to support the Chagicherla Goshala. It is located in Prakasham district, Ulobod Mandala. Now it is Nellore Mandalam, I think. Okay, don't worry. So all these services, as I told you, the free classes. But if anybody is satisfied and they are happy, and if they want to do any donation, okay. So on behalf of them, the dry grass will be purchased and that will be donated to Chagicharla Goshala on behalf of donors. Moreover, 250 Gomatas are there. Okay. Thank you. Have a nice day.